Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're all doing well today. And today I have got a Flanders Red Belgian beer to review for you, and it is the Duchess de Bourgogne, coming in at 6.2% ABV, I believe. It's written here. Yep, 6.2. The Duchess de Bourgogne, famous Belgian slightly sour amber ale. Never had this one before. I'll start off by saying a shout out to Pete from Bowtie Brewing, who kindly gifted me this bottle. He said you need to try it. It's a thing of beauty. We'll see. Apparently it's slightly sour in the kind of sort of classic Belgian alembic style. But yeah, a lot of history surrounding this one. What I do know is it's brewed in a traditional method, but then it's aged in oak barrels for 18 months before being bottled, where it takes on a sort of extra fermentation. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect from this one, but it is a bit of a classic, so I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to crack it open. Got a glass ready in case it decides to explode all over the place, as Belgian beers often do. There we go. A little bit of smoke on the opening, but no real drama. Oh, that smells like vinegar. That smells like vinegar. I need a plate of chips for all that vinegar. And it looks a little bit like vinegar as well, if I'm honest. Oh, I can hear that fizz. It looks thin, really well carbonated. Oh, that aroma. That is pungent. Duchess de Bourgogne. There she is in the glass. No real head to speak of on that. That's dissipated really quickly. It is a dark amber beer. Red, you might say. Dark red. Lovely colour when the light's up to it. That looks quite beautiful when the light's on it. Let me get a part of the glass that is blank. There we go. A bowl of dark red beer. But there's the lacing. There's that bit of quality. Let's get me started. See what the aromas are telling us, apart from vinegar, hopefully. Whew, wow. So, cherries. Goodness me. That is... it's stinging the nostrils. Goodness me. That is cherries. Vinegar. It smells like a bit of red wine. It's like fermented fruit. It smells like this is going to give me a proper smack round the chops. So we get stuck in. Cheers. Wow. Wow. That is a really, really weird beer. Really, really odd. It's really thin, which I'm not used to with any beer, to be honest with you, particularly a Belgian beer. It's really thin. It's really rather tart up front. It's fermented cherries. A touch of vinegar is there. But it settles down quite quickly. It's a big sort of pungent, tart, sour slap in the face when you first sip it. And then it settles down into a quite pleasant, very cherry forward ale. Yeah, fermented cherries, berries, dark berries, sourness, tartness, touch of vinegar. Now it's settling down and there's more dark berries, complexities coming in, like blackcurrant, blackberries, strawberries. Very subtle, spicy finish to it. It's really, really interesting. Really interesting. However, I was about to say, however, I'm not sure I like it, but actually, the more I sip it, the more I'm getting on it. I'm starting to get a little bit now of the kind of the barrel influence, the tannins from the barrel. There's a very slightly woody influence coming through on it now. I feel like it's developing. I mean, you can hear that. It's really carbonated. Really, really lively. Excuse me, hence the burping. It's a gassy little bugger. I've not said this one for a while. I'm getting a little bit of shoe polish now. Shoe polish vibes. I haven't said that since the infamous log jam beer. It's really weird. It is really, really weird. I'm not sure I like it. I'm not sure I'm going to win. I'm not sure I'll be in a rush to drink this one again. But goodness me, it's an experience. And that's what beer is all about, right? That aroma, the sweetness of the aroma feels like it's dying down now. And I'm getting more of the barrel. The tannins from the oak barrels are starting to come through. It's getting sort of a darker, more sinister aroma. Sinister is probably not the right word, but I just felt like saying it. Boom, there's that sweet, sour tartness. Berries, dark berries. Sherbety tartness. And then it just, I want it to develop a little bit more. You get that little sort of character from the barrel, and I'm just wanting something a little bit more from it, and it doesn't quite do it. This beer's really got me torn. This beer's really got me torn. I really don't know which way to go with this one. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating beer. It's doing things that I don't think I've had a beer do before in terms of a tasting experience. It's very, very interesting. I'm not a massive fan of sour beers, and I think that's kind of stopping me from being overly keen on it. But I can really appreciate the complexity of it. It's an experience and well worth trying. Amber ale that's been allowed to age in oak barrels for a minimum of 18 months. Let's then let it take on this tart, sour, kind of tannin rich complexity. I keep having to go back to it to kind of double check that I'm actually on the right track with this beer. Yeah, it's very sweet. It's very sweet. It's very tart throughout. The sourness does calm down, and you're left with this sort of almost like red wine sweetness, red wine level of sweetness. And there's a touch of a sort of the barrel, the tannins from the barrel, but not enough. I would have liked a little bit. I mean, who am I? Yeah, it would have been nice for me. I would have liked a little bit more going on with it at the back end, but it's all very upfront. It's pow, and then it just kind of fades out into this subtle, floral, sweet thing. I can get why people like it. I can understand why it's a very famous beer. It's not my cup of tea though. It's not my cup of tea though, but it's well worth trying. Duchess de Bourgogne. Thank you, P, for giving me this one. It's been an experience, if nothing else. Not my cup of tea, but very, very interesting beer nonetheless. I'm going to save the score because I really don't know where to go with it. But yeah, give it a try. Let me know if you've had this one in the comments below, what your thoughts are on this beer, because it's certainly been a bit of a mind bender for me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Do appreciate that. Until the next one, you take care.